got a request here for your Memorial Park song. I don't know if you'd still do that.
I won't yet. It'll take me a few minutes to remember it if I can, because it's been probably 4 or 5 months now since the last time I performed it. And
Maybe you could
it's
give us
easy
a
for
little.
me to forget the words of songs that I don't do regularly. Give
How
me.
did you get involved in that Memorial Park, whatever you want to call it, the Memorial Park debate, or
I'm, I guess, through Ed Badeau, the former editor of Sing Out, who moved back to Houston, and he got interested in in the park issue and brought me into it. And I had been rather amused by the entire Memorial Park scene as it unraveled in the newspapers, and it was pretty easy to get me involved on that issue.
if you don't remember, by the way, that Memorial Park issue we're speaking of is when they tried to drill for oil in the middle of one of the biggest parks in Houston. And how did that finally come out, huh?
Well, uh, let's see. I'll try to tune up and be able to do that song. It came out. The way that it was left standing is that the mayor and city council were very, very obviously going to push for the city to have a much larger share of any profits that were netted by the drilling company, by Brownco. Also, it became very, very obvious that there was a great deal of public sentiment against the drilling, and the general public consensus that I heard at city council meetings was that indeed the city of Houston, if it was going to allow drilling in the park, should receive more than the percentage that Brownco had offered. What was it? Brownco had offered something like, I think, 18% of
That's a bunch.
of the profits on the of the royalty profits. Well, it's really not very much when you compare it to what like cities like Long Beach get. Long Beach, California gets 97%, something like that, of the royalties. Of course, they had a proven field there, and that was Brownco's point. Whatever the case, City of Houston was going to push for more, and the mayor came out saying that he would seek. Ultimately, Brownco then got out and withdrew its offer, and the mayor said that he would seek to find a independent operator that would drill a slant well from the park maintenance site in Memorial Park. In other words, a site that's already got buildings and concrete on it, and that he would ask for, I can't remember, a high percentage of the profits. Well, as a result, no other independent operator has come forward willing to try to do that at that rate. So, at that rate of the royalty split. So, I would say essentially what Fred Hoffines did was make a very intelligent political move. He managed to leave it all in limbo, to make a decision that left everything in limbo, and should anything change in the future, everybody still has an option. I personally am against any sort of drilling in Memorial Park, just as a matter of principle, but I respect Hoffines' political acumen in the...
You were made fairly famous around here when you played before the council meeting with female vocalist and all.
That was neat. That was a fun thing to do.
It certainly was a first.
Yeah, I dug that. It was a first for me too. Let's see if I can do that.